They're all set as they'll match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Over.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Brees going to throw.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Brees. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Brees finding Kamara. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Brees.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt, and this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Snickers, 66. Middle. Hold.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking, and he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. No spacing. Check. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Easy. So we got man. 45.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Hey, alert. Check Mike 47. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, Haywood. These two. Watch the run. 47's the Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He finds some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Now Breeze lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slam. Yeah, go. Let's go. 22 jet bomber.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Blue. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. 55. Hey, dude. Hey, check, Mike, 47.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Easy, Stu. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? 24? 25, check 25, check 25. Slam. Take 2 of them. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Alert. Check hot route. Hot. Middle. Motion backfield. 44's the mic. Check. Exit.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Foles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And it's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jack 16. Hey, exit. Mike, go. Watch twist. 44's the Mike. Check. Check tight. Hey. Check safety.
Ben to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Tempo.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Bandit. Turbo 64. Hey. High 7. 55.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
3 bud.
Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Foles. He hits Blue. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll look to throw. Throw right side of the tight end is Shaughnessy. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They come out here in the eye.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Avery Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Show that bench release. Let's get off the field.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Steelers, nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Steelers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, 5. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Here's Samuels. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Samuels again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go! Yes!
Check 55 to Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here we go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go deep for Conley. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 75 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Go, go.
You. 47 to 47.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a give running right is Samuels. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Roethlisberger. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Don't get nervous. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
47's the mic, 47's the mic. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
These two.
You're all mine. 47's the mic, boy, 47. Check.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
I'm coming after you. Check.
50. Hey, Delta.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. A gain of 22. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Trying to get the first with Samuels. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Here we go. 12. 180. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette, sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Javon Hargrave in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open out of the left side, this is Cole. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Foles. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Foles now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Fournette, 1st down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set! 180!
Mike's 47. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Middle. Alert, alert. Cross. Takes both of them.
Crunch, crunch.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check 37.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Now Roethlisberger to throw.
Give me some.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 87 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Jaguars 34, Steelers 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey, here we go. I got you.
Watching you by. Get that quarterback. And
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Intercepted by the Steelers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the
Like 80.
44.
44. Bravo. 44.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike, kill! 55, Mike. 218.
Brees now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 65 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Alert!
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And he's going to be up around the 45-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational-type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their own 22. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill. Check.
On first down, Breeze looking deep downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Here's Roethlisberger. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Looking for Gannon. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The chain gang hustling to catch. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Alert, alert! 47's the mic. All day, baby, all day. 47's the mic, boys, 47.
Toss play for Samuels. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day, I think. Snickers, got to spin. Back. 47. 47's the mark. Switch out.
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
5-9. Hey, kill. Hey, exit. 55.
Breeze now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Breeze. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Yellow lady.
Yeah, let's get set.
Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So Breeze is going to stay out there. And they're going to go for this on 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuels. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Samuels. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
40. Like 5.
Hey, man.
50.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for one. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 63 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
To throw, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze, catch here, left side, Thomas.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Check. Greystone, travel.
The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breeze going to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll let it fly in the direction again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Start! 40
seconds the mic. Hey, let's get this, get this. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
No spacing. 8.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Strip that ball.
Easy.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
These two.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Black and good.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Check.
Monday. Alert.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
47 Mike. 47. No, check. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Silver. Hey, check.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that is incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Middle. Show it. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He wants it all for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready? You ready? Stay with your man.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They're not ready for this. They still playing
Now a give, right side. Samuels. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. 2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 5-9. We go 21. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points. This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents.